Mayor and Council, good evening. Atypical incidents that have been brought to the limelight recently last week, including the Clackamas shopping mall shooting in Oregon and what has been discussed here tonight, the Sandy Hook Elementary, require planning and appropriate response in order to assure that the police department fulfills its mission of safeguarding lives and protecting property. To maintain peaceful order, the department provides specialized training, equipment, and organizational tactical teams to respond, control, contain, and stabilize hazardous calls for service. And as such, the department has adopted the National Incident Management System, known as NIMS, and will utilize NIMS in prescribed incident command systems during all hazardous incident responses. Skilled police officers with specialized training in tactical operations have shown to substantially reduce the risk of injury or loss of life to citizens, police officers, and suspects in high-risk environments. A well-managed police response to critical incidents has also shown to result in successful resolutions. It is the intent of the Moscow Police Department to work with other law enforcement agencies, private or public agencies, and other available resources to bring about a peaceful resolution to these critical incidents. As shared by Superintendent Dale Kleinert in the letter that he wrote out today, there are a few bullet points I just wanted to bring to your attention as far as what the Moscow Police Department and the school are doing to ensure safety. First one is that each of the schools have an extensive school safety plan in place and it's reviewed. Several years ago, we had face-to-face meetings with the Moscow school administrators, made recommendations to their plans, and they have incorporated that into their current plans. Second bullet is that emergency drills are conducted monthly, and we are made notice through the police department of these drills and are invited to partake in those when and if the incident requires it. Thirdly, we partner on a daily basis with the Moscow School District, and through that, they update their emergency communication protocols. And lastly, through your support, the mayor and the council, along with the city administration, the Moscow School District has dedicated a police officer in place for our local schools. This was formalized back in 2001 with the school liaison officer memorandum of understanding, and then augmented to a school resource officer. And with our recent COPS grant, we do now have Officer Phil Gray in the schools every day of the week when school's in session. And as part of that, we reached out through him this morning to assure that every means available was taking place within the school district and asked for any of their recommendations on what we could do to ensure that the children were in an environment that they felt safe in, that the parents were secure, and that we were doing everything we can, and that our community, even though going through this tragedy, had a reassurance that their children were in these schools safely, and that if anything happened, we would respond appropriately. And I'm open to any of your questions.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate that. Yes, Walter.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Chief. Does MPD have the resources it needs?
Well, within the budgetary items and things that will be brought up, we have the resources that we feel we could address instances. As far as where there are incidents beyond our control, that's where we go to our MOUs and our partners to assist us in.
But I don't mean to put you on the spot or put the council on the spot, but your conversation brought it to my mind. Mm-hmm. I know we recently approved the purchase of additional some riot gear that was outdated. Y'all needed replacing. I don't have anything specific in mind. Just want to make sure that you know, if God forbid something like that happens here, worse than what we had up at the courthouse, that the response to it is as much as we can do within the realm of reality, and that we're not hampered by lack of resources. Now, there's probably a limit on that. You know, it's a small town. We're not going to have the things that, say, the NYPD does. But I'd like to be assured that you believe that your department has what you need, and if you don't, that you would let us know and give us an opportunity to attempt to address it.
Yes, those things will be vetted in the budget process coming up in the next year. There are some items and equipment that I would like to present before you and let you make those recommendations to us and fund those if you feel necessary.
I appreciate that.